I think we're live now. All right. So, 1, 2. We are the incredible. You're dancing, crack me up.
I was dancing to the fake music that's not there.
It's not there yet. That Ben's going to put in post. We are the Incredible Critics. Incredible not because we're great, but much like Ben's dedication to this podcast, we should seriously be in question. I'm your host this week, Frankie Fusco, and joining me today is the ever faithful Tim Gruber. What's going on, buddy?
I guess so. Frankie, I'm just coming off my unprecedented 2-time world championship of movie quotes, Incredible Quotics.
That is true. Coming right off the win. Does it feel good?
It feels pretty. I can't even believe it.
Did you do anything? What did you do to celebrate your championship?
You know what? I went to Disney World.
Did you really go to Disney World?
Yeah, I did.
That is a great way to celebrate it. I didn't realize it meant that much to you.
Well, the Disney World trip was already planned, so it was either a consolation for losing or a win.
Oh, okay, so we didn't sponsor it.
No, no. Unfortunately,
got that money from Ben.
Unfortunately, VidAngel only sends money to Ben, and not to me, and not to you. And unfortunately, Dr. Pepper doesn't send us anything. So
not even a can of Dr. Pepper. Come on, guys, step it up.
Not even one can.
Outrageous. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about Disney. What'd you go there for? What'd you do? Yeah. Did you bring the kids?
We did bring them this time.
Did you lose any of them?
No, we brought them all home. We were just down in Orlando for like a little over a week. And so we did one day at Magic Kingdom. And the plan is next year we're probably going to go back. We're definitely going to go back and go hit everything. Because that was the original plan, was to save up for 2019. And then they announced that the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge was going to open in 2019. And I got real hyped up. And then they announced it's going to open after we're there. So I cried.
That stinks.
Actually, you know what did stink was Toy Story Land in Disney's Hollywood Studios opens in a few days. And so we missed that by a week.
You're just missing everything. At least next year you'll be able to see Toy Story Land.
Yeah, right. But the coolest thing, I got to tell you, that we did down there was not at Disney World. It was at Disney Springs. And it's that's the big giant Disney mall that's like outside.
Okay.
It has a Rainforest Cafe and the T-Rex Cafe and a bunch of other stuff, shopping. But no, I went to the Void, which has the Star Wars Secrets of the Empire hyper reality experience. And it was so awesome.
What is hyper reality? Because I feel like it's either not true or
no, it was hyper reality. No, so basically you go in, you get there's like a bunch of harnesses lined up. You squat up, you got your 4 people with you. You're in a 4-person squad. If you don't bring 4 people, then you're not, but whatever. You put this vest thing on and you clip it on and make it tight. And the vest is connected to an Oculus headset. And so you put on the Oculus, and essentially the vest has a battery pack for the Oculus, but it also has sensors in it that tell you if you get shot by other stormtroopers. So you put this whole thing on. Yeah, well, no. It's like a whole story. It's like a campaign level out of Battlefront.
Oh, okay.
Star Wars Battlefront, basically. It's a little shorter.
Right, yeah.
But you go, and the story is, I'm not going to spoil any of it, but the story is you are working with Cassian Andor, our buddy from Rogue One, Ben's favorite Star Wars movie. And Cassian takes you on a mission to infiltrate one of the Empire's facilities on Mustafar. That's the planet that Darth Vader got melted on.
Yeah.
and has a castle on. And so you are dressed up like a stormtrooper. And seriously, this thing with the Oculus, with the VR stuff, it's 1-to-1 mapping, just about 1-to-1. So when you have this whole thing on, you put your hands out in front of you, and you don't have any glove, any special anything, and you see stormtrooper arms and hands.
What? That's kind of crazy.
You look at your friends, because you don't see anything outside of the visor. You see your people as stormtroopers.
Are you like sitting in a chair, standing up?
No, you're walking around inside a facility.
What?
It's sick. Yes.
You're actually
it's
moving?
like you're actually there. Yeah. So we get into this. We go into a room, and then he takes us we walk into a shuttle, and we get on a shuttle, and we fly to Mustafar. And we're talking to the pilot, and K2SO, the robot, is there. And like, yeah, you go on a mission, and there's heat, and it smells like lava when you're outside of the thing, and you end up getting in some fire.
You think they just like stock up on lava air fresheners? Like, how do they?
Yeah, I don't know. Magic, perhaps. Magic.
It's a magical place.
Anyways, bottom line, it was awesome. It was the coolest.
Amazing. I can't believe you're actually walking around. You're not like on.
It was
like,
so cool. Yeah, and it maybe was 20 minutes.
Stuff?
Well, you do, but. Okay. But generally, it's all mapped out perfectly to the spaces that they have available. So you go into a room, and it's perfectly mapped to the room that you're in. So you think you're shooting people through a window, and really that you're just shooting at a wall and nothing.
Did you ever take off the Oculus and kind of look and see what was around?
I could see. For a minute I could see out a little bit the bottom of the visor, because it was difficult to get it perfectly secured to my head. But Brittany says because I have a big head. That's not true. It's true. It's a little bit true.
It's a little true.
Yeah, but
it's kind of like Ready Player One. Like you're like inside.
Yeah, you're in the Oasis. It was awesome.
So addicting. Like I wish we had that in real life.
It was. Like
at our house. I mean, I know
it would be so cool.
Disney, but like I would never. So cool. Oh my god, I'd never leave the house.
So evidently, these people, they worked with ILM to do this experience, and so it's straight up real Star Wars everything. There's some cool twists and turns at the end, and you get to hear more of K2SO being just a ridiculous robot, which is great. So that's good.
That's awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to do that next time. I'm going up there in February or the end of January, I think.
Definitely do it.
And it's in which part? It's in Disney Rainforest.
Disney Springs.
Disney Springs.
That's the shopping thing at Disney. Yeah.
Is that's the one you don't have to get tickets to go into? You just have to.
You just park, and parking's free, and then you can go shop. It's like a real giant outdoor shopping mall.
I vaguely remember it. Yeah.
Cirque du Soleil has a thing there.
You walk through it to get into Magic Kingdom?
No, has nothing. No, it's on Disney property, but it's its own thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just basically a giant outdoor mall.
Okay, cool. I'll check it out definitely, because that sounds like so much. How long was the wait to get in it?
Well, we reserve your tickets.
Okay, so you reserve tickets. So it's like time.
Yeah.
Much like the Terminator 2 ride. You reserve a time slot.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah, the Terminator 2 at Universal Studios. So good. I went back and saw that maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's still awesome. It does not hold up.
No, it does not hold
Terminator
up
2.
No, because it's still Terminator 2.
And they still have some woman running around like she's John Connor.
Yeah.
On stage.
You know what the best part about Universal's though, as far as old rides, the Mummy. That ride.
The Mummy ride is awesome.
The best ride.
That's a good one. They did just open a Fast Furious ride.
Ooh.
But we did not go to Universal. We just decided to wait till next year and hit the Wizarding World up and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole reason I'm going back again. Is just to go do more. I need more butterbeer in my life.
Wizarding World, yeah. Oh, fantastic. Wizarding World is so it's the best thing there for sure.
Cool. Well, speaking of fantastic, since we kind of missed it last week because we did our game for our 100th episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about E3, which is a huge event for us, especially me, you, and Ben.
Yeah.
That happened, and basically every video game you can ever think of that is coming out in the next year is announced there, and demos are shown and new technology shown. It's just it's a great event, and it had a lot of awesome games coming out this year.
Oh yeah, tons of stuff and reveals for the future too.
Yeah. I want to know what your, because I know we can't pick one. I want to know your top 2 favorite things that were announced at E3, and I want to know the one thing that either you disliked or was upset wasn't talked about.
Okay.
Preface that because I have something that wasn't talked about. And I'm a little upset about it. So
okay, yeah, I'll do top 2 because I had listed a bunch of stuff out, but I'll do top 2. Top 2 is, first of all, Smash Brothers Ultimate. Super Smash Ultimate is coming out. It's officially, they teased it before, but it's coming out this fall. It has every single fighter they've ever had in any Smash Brothers game. So this is on the Nintendo Switch. This is the game where you can play as Mario fighting and beating up Pikachu, or you can play as Link from The Legend of Zelda, and you can beat up, I don't know, Captain Falcon from F-Zero. You can play as Star Fox, and you can destroy Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. So they're bringing that back, and bringing all the fighters back that they've ever had. There's like a bajillion. It's ridiculous. So I'm pretty stoked for that because I've been looking forward to a new Smash game on the Switch since I got it. And then the next one I'd say that was a highlight and kind of more surprising and exciting to me is the game. It's coming out on PlayStation and Xbox and probably I think PC, but it's called Cyberpunk 2077. And this is a game that's from CD Projekt Red. They're the people that do the Witcher games, which they are very successful with the last game that they did, with The Witcher 3, which had a DLC that was almost as big as the original game when it launched. So, which is kind of ridiculous. So Cyberpunk 2077 is like the best way I can describe it is like it's like Grand Theft Blade Runner, the game.
Okay. Grand Theft Blade Runner.
You basically it's kind of sandbox like The Witcher was, and except the setting is basically Blade Runner. It's almost identical. Like it's a cyberpunk series. So that's kind of the style. It's like retro futuristic. So there's people that are definitely robots, but then some of the technology might look like older technology that's from the future, if that makes sense. So it's like Blade Runner, and what other movies like that? Fifth Element is a lot like that. The Fifth Element had Bruce Willis in it, and he drove a taxi, but it was like a flying taxi, but it looked like a real old taxi that could fly. It was wild. So anyways, that one surprised me because I saw some stuff about it before, and it was announced already, and it was kind of like, I don't know.
Right.
It's interesting. We'll see. But the new trailer that came out, there's all these like bright neon colors. It's real futuristic, real hard sci-fi look to it, and so I'm pretty excited about that.
I mean, everything looks so fantastic, and the most depressing part about it, I think Ben in our chat posted a meme that was like, like all the new games you see at E3 that you want to buy, and all the old games that you bought that you haven't played yet.
I think I posted that, and the old games pile is like banging on the window, and the guy is like on date with the new games that he saw at E3. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
That was pretty great. It's so true because I see all these games come out. I'm like, oh, I want to play that. Oh, I want to play that, and I'm like, I don't have time to play any of these long games.
I have like 100 games that I could download now on my Xbox that I can't play.
Battlefront 2, what I loved about it was the fact that campaign was the perfect amount of time. It was
a good nice and short.
Like 6 hours to beat.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I have 6 hours to go through a story. I mean, I don't have these open world games,
right?
Like Skyrim and stuff like that. Like I did, and Fallout. Like I want to play Fallout so bad, but I know I don't have 200 hours to dedicate to Fallout.
Right.
And I'm so OCD with those games where I have to get every little secret and level my guy up so often until I finish the story. Yeah. Oh, it's outrageous. All right. I loved, there was so many games that I really wanted to talk about. But if I'm narrowing down the two, number one was definitely The Last of Us Part 2. I know you said you didn't get through the first game, but it was my first game that I played with on PS4 because it came like downloaded on the console when I bought it.
Yeah.
The story is so amazing. It really is just like it pulls you in after the first like couple hours, and then you get through it and it's great. And then the new one, the first one was the story was great, but the gameplay was normal. It was just like a Tomb Raider or a Far Cry or anything like that. There wasn't anything spectacular. But in the demo video for the Fallout, The Last of Us Part 2, the gameplay looks incredible.
Yeah. It did look pretty cool.
Running, picking up a bottle, throwing it at somebody while also sliding and pulling out her gun, like all in playable content, like at the same time, which just looks nuts. And
it's very fluid. Yeah.
And the story looks pretty cool, as it is to begin with. So I'm really excited for that. I know Ben is excited about that one too, because we geeked out about it for a little bit. And then I know I said two, but I'm going to mention my tie for second. It's going to be Mario Party. I'm a huge Mario Party
I'm
fan.
Stoked for that too. I'm not going to lie.
This might be the game that makes me buy a Switch, just because this is a game that you can play whenever people come over and you want to play like a video game or something like that. Like it's Smash Brothers or Mario Party. And Mario Party is the one that even like Smash Brothers will play Mario Party.
Yeah. With all the mini games, and it's basically like a board game.
Right. It's great. It's a great game to play with everybody. And then the other one being Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan.
Yeah, that looks pretty wild.
And
it looks like 300 the game.
Right. I mean, and I'm a huge 300 fan. When I was in college, it's one of my favorite movies. So to be a Spartan and walk around, and the Assassin's Creed games always have a great story. And the same thing, they don't take a super long time. It might take you a weekend or two to beat the game, just to get through the storyline. So I'm super excited about those. Anything that you were disappointed in or upset they didn't talk about?
Oh, that's tough. I was surprised. I think Bethesda, when they did their thing, Bethesda's the people who make Fallout and Elder Scrolls. I was kind of surprised that they announced like the next Elder Scrolls, but they clearly announced that it was just in development. Like the video was just Elder Scrolls 6. That's it. It literally just said the title. There was another presentation like that where I was just like, why? I was really pumped to see at the beginning of Microsoft's conference the Halo trailer. When it started playing, everybody that I was watching on a stream with was like, what's this? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And I turned to Brittany and I'm like, this is going to be Halo. I just know it. And it turned out to be Halo, and it looks really good, and it's all Master Chief all the time, and they have no information on that game either. So that was kind of disappointing to me because it looked really great, and it's not a game yet. It's just a trailer. It's not even in development. It's basically in pre-production. So
I loved Halo when we were in college because we were able to LAN and just kind of play the whole entire dorm together, and that was awesome. But after that, I kind of got tired of it because when you play online with the multiplayer, you're pretty much getting destroyed unless you're playing it 8 hours a day and practicing.
Yeah, or unless you have a whole squad you
have a whole people. And then the storyline's all right, but I've always kind of felt like it's. And I guess this can be said about a lot of games, but you walk into a room, you shoot a bunch of creatures. You walk into a new room that looks different, and then the creatures come out and you shoot a bunch of creatures. Yeah, and then eventually, after like 4 rooms, there's a boss creature.
Right.
So I don't know. I get kind of tired of it, but it's a huge franchise, makes tons of money, and everyone loves it. And maybe if I was better at the multiplayer, I would like it even more. But that's probably an issue.
Probably you just need to get good.
A little bitter
is what they say. It's just called get good.
Get good. I was very upset about that they didn't talk about the Final Fantasy VII, like where they were updates on the Final Fantasy VII remake, remastered version. They announced it, so it was it's 2018 right now, 2017.
Was it
2016? So it was 2016 they announced it, where they were like, oh, we're gonna do remastered version.
They're like, we're doing it. It's happening.
And there was like a joke, and then they were like, and then they showed gameplay where they're just gonna re-release it is what they were gonna do. That's what they said they were gonna do, and then they showed the video footage, the demo reel, and it was all remastered, and everyone's like, what? Yeah, crazy. I know we've seen a lot of demo footage from it already, and maybe that's why, but Square didn't show it. But I want to know like a solid release date. I don't know when I can take off from work because I need
for like 2 weeks
because this is gonna be a long weekends and just
that was because they showed it off and then they showed us more of it. Like we've seen a few.
We saw
gameplay. We saw actual gameplay, and it was like the level of graphics of Final Fantasy 15, which looks great.
Yeah,
and it was 7, and it was Cloud, and Barrett, and it was like, why do they keep showing us these things and then they didn't even mention it? And then I just read today that the director of the game said, admittedly, we announced this too early. Like, really?
I don't understand. Like, how long could it take? Like, I don't understand. Put the money towards it. That's how I feel about lightsabers too. Like, if we really put the money and effort towards it, like,
we can have a lightsaber.
Come on, Donald Trump. Step up.
Space Force needs lightsabers.
Force needs lightsabers. Trump. If we're gonna do something,
I know you listen to our podcast, Mr.
President. Listen, it's just you want to win, you want to get reelected. Lightsabers.
Space Force lightsabers.
And my other big disappointment was that we didn't really hear anything about new systems from.
That's true.
Microsoft or PS,
which is strange because everybody's talking about that there will be new systems,
right? But there was no announcements, no like even even like whatever you want to call them, like small sneak peek trailers or anything. Because PS4 came out in what 2013, and then and Xbox One 2015 or 16.
No, it was just the next year. I think several months after the PS4.
Okay, yeah. And then they re-released it with a smaller version, like the thinner.
PS4 released November 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Xbox One was November 2013 too. Yeah.
Yeah,
November 22nd, and then they re-released the Xbox One S in August of 2016.
Okay, so hold on. June 2014 was the Xbox One. It was like 6 months later.
This Google's lying to me.
Google, you're a liar.
But anyway, August was the Xbox One S, which really can't be counted as a new system.
That's what it should have launched as for sure. Right. It boggles my mind. I think they felt like, well, we both released majorly upgraded versions of these consoles recently, so we can wait a little while until we have concrete stuff to show. But if everybody's talking about it, even Microsoft at the end of their press conference, Phil Spencer, who's the head of Microsoft, or who's the head of Xbox at Microsoft, said, and the next, we're already working on the next Xboxes that are gonna be in your homes in the near future or something. It was like,
by the time your kids are enough to play video games.
Yeah, like, huh?
I don't know. So that was kind of a disappointment for me from E3. But overall, I mean, a lot of the games that were coming out, there was a lot that looked amazing, and there were others that I was like, what? I don't understand what this game is, but
what did you think about Fallout 76? Did you see all that stuff?
Yeah, I saw stuff on Fallout 76. I mean, listen, it looks like another Fallout game, and I know it's people
where people can ruin your life,
right?
Where other humans can just completely ruin your game by dropping a nuclear bomb on you,
right? Yeah, that makes.
I don't know.
I mean,
I think picked it as the most interesting. That's what I would say, because Bethesda doesn't do that kind of stuff. Even the Elder Scrolls Online is not through Bethesda. It's licensed from them and done by a different company. So it was the most interesting, but also head scratching.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes out and how many people complain about it afterwards. But I think what was that one? There's that one game with Norman Reedus.
Oh yeah.
That just looks.
Yeah, the Kojima game. No, now I can't remember what it's called.
I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'm trying to look, but I don't see it.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding, yes. We're like the Grim Reapers or
it's just so confusing. Like there's just every trailer you get makes you question reality more.
Yeah, the game it's
like what's happening?
And I'm sure that's what they're going for.
It's gonna be creepy.
It's gonna be super creepy and like a good storyline game, but like it just you watch the trailer. If you guys have some time, go, watch the trailer for Death Stranding and then let us know.
Yeah, there's a real long gameplay thing that they did.
And you're just gonna walk away and you're like, I don't know what I just watched.
Is he an astronaut delivering packages? Right. Just somebody who lives in a cave?
Is he an astronaut?
Where's this baby?
That's literally went through my mind. I'm like,
where's this baby come from?
Yeah, and then they have a baby fetus inside of there. It's just really weird. I don't quite understand what's going on. But
oil.
I definitely won't play it, but I'll definitely look up the videos for it after it comes out and just watch all those.
Yeah, right.
That's how I play video games.
Watch some Let's Plays. Yeah,
I watch the trailers.
You can watch and listen to Let's Plays while working. Yeah,
yeah. Or Twitch now. I'll just watch somebody else play it on Twitch.
Yeah, right.
But that's it for E3. I think that's going to be it for our episode today, unless there's something else you want to talk about. You saw Jurassic World.
I would like to tell you, Frankie, my 5-word review for Jurassic World,
and we will discuss it next week. Yeah. I'm assuming Ben is at the movie theater right now seeing it.
Oh, yeah. A funny story, everybody. Ben finally saw Avengers. So look forward to that next week.
And then he messages us. Hold on a sec. Actually, I'm going to read this message verbatim.
Okay. Here, let me do my 5-word review while you pull it up.
Your 5-word review.
Okay. Great callbacks. Still pretty good. That's my 5 words.
Great callbacks. Still pretty good. I like it. I'm excited to see it. I love Chris Pratt. And it has dinosaurs. So you can't really go wrong. So, all right. What was the release date of Avengers? Do you remember?
May.
Look it up real quick. May.
The beginning of May.
Beginning of May. Okay.
Right.
So Ben sent us this message on Friday, which was the 22nd of June.
It was April 27th.
It was April.
So 27th. This was.
So he's almost
2 entire months later.
2 entire months later, he sends us this message, a picture of him in the movie theater, and. And he goes, you waited too long to see a Marvel movie when almost the entire theater leaves as soon as the credits start. And then he responds with, this is the line that cracked me up. He goes, still digesting the movie, about to listen to the rest of our episode about it. But I think that, sorry, my phone's gone off. But I think that one of the most tightly knit Marvel movies so far, the only thing that bothers me about it is I expect that the ending of the movie will be undone by the end of the next movie. Like he was telling us something that we didn't talk about 2 months ago.
Well, Ben, before you just process, why don't you listen to the episode? Okay.
We slaved over, so and then talk to us about the movie. No, Ben, we're very proud of you for seeing that movie. We're very proud of you right now.
We're proud of you, Ben.
The movie theaters and seeing Jurassic World.
Everybody, just while you're listening to this in your car, slow clap.
Yes,
slow clap for Ben.
He's making it. He saw another movie this week too. The Awakening. He finally saw The Awakening.
I don't know what that is.
It was that movie with Natalie Portman where she goes into that weird. It's based off a book.
She goes insane.
Yeah, she goes insane. Her husband goes insane.
Oh, yeah, The Awakening. Is that what it's called? I don't think that's what it's called.
Annihilation. You're right.
Yeah, I was going to say Awakening is not that.
It's a horror movie.
Annihilation. Which hopefully we'll do some review on that next week because it just came out on DVD.
Yeah, so hopefully he can. Ben's just racking in the movies now.
Oh man.
All right. Well, until next week, guys, go on iTunes. Do us a huge favor. Give us a rating. If you have,
give us a good rating. Give us a good rating,
please. 5 stars. 5 stars.
Give us a rating. A good one. Hold on.
I'll take a good one. Go there. Give us 5 stars and do us a favor. If you've already done it, and you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife, take their phone. Even if they don't listen to us, go on their phone onto iTunes, give us 5 stars. That gets us up there into the top 100, top 200, so other people can find us and listen to us, and that's how we get out there. And then also, if you want to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/incrediblecritics, and on Twitter @3criticspod. We love communicating with you guys, talking with you about what's going on. Until next week.
Fun fact, Avengers Infinity War, the 3rd most expensive movie ever made.
Wow. What was the first?
The second, Avengers Age of Ultron. Yeah, Han Solo. Maybe. The first was Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, which worked out real well. Who cares? Who even cares? Solo technically is 6th. However, they don't count reshoots.
Reshoots, okay.
So there could be it's got to be Solo.
It's gotta be.
Solo was estimated to basically double the cost.
It was like 250 something million if you doubled it, right? Or like 300 million.
It's already 275, and it was I think 300 or 250 to reshoot because they had to reshoot 70% of the movie. $500 million
to make that movie.
Yeah.
Oh well, I loved it.
It was great.
What was I gonna say? We were talking about movies.
Did we ever talk about Solo when it came out?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
Ben and I did, at least.
I enjoyed it. And maybe that was the week I was.
Oh no, you guys did a review. You and Tuna.
Oh yeah.
Did a review of it, and then I chimed in next week because I couldn't get on that week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I really liked it. I thought it was fun. But we were just talking about movies expensive to make. Oh, what was I going to ask you?
Oh yeah, I have it pulled up. What do you want to know?
I don't remember what I was going to ask you.
We got Pirates of the Caribbean, Stranger Tides. Again, who cares?
That crappy movie reminded me. Nugget right there reminded me of what I was going to ask you. So I've been watching, like, when I'm bored, just movie trailers that are coming out for 2018.
Yeah.
And I saw the movie trailer for the new Transformers movie. It's coming out in like December.
The Bumblebee. Yeah.
The Bumblebee movie.
I'm like, okay.
I watched it and I was like, oh, I hate you because I'm gonna watch this.
Because now I do want to watch this, and it's not Michael Bay.
It's not Michael Bay. It has Haley Steinfeld, which I really like her.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this movie. I don't wanna, but I'm gonna.
And did you saw that they're rebooting them basically already, right?
No, just stop. Why?
Well, no, because they're rebooting that. They're rebooting Power Rangers because Hasbro finally purchased Power Rangers from Saban.
I don't remember. There was another movie too that I was like, "What is this nonsense that I'm gonna go see?" You know what's crazy
is it the Rock one where he's on the skyscraper?
No, I mean, listen. Hear me out.
I will see every Rock movie.
Process on that, yeah, like Jumanji.
Yes,
ended up making a ton of money. It was pretty good.
So funny.
Rampage wasn't horrible. So I mean, he's 2 for 2 right now as far as movies this year that should have been garbage, and were actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Where is? Oh, I just saw it. I don't know what it is. Never mind. I don't know what I was going to. It was another crappy movie that's coming out that I was like, what is this and why are we making this and why am I going to go see it? Because it actually looks pretty good. But I don't see it on this list anymore.
The Meg.
The Meg.
That's one. What is this?
Another Pirates movie? That's what it was.
I'm not going to go
see it. I saw the trailer for it and I was like,
why?
I don't understand how they still have money to make these movies.
That is the most successful amusement park ride in history.
I refuse to go on it. It's horrible. I don't know if it's horrible.
I love the ride actually. But they did add Johnny Depp to the original ride, so it's interesting. And Barbosa. But it's fine. It's fun. It's a good ride.
All right.
I think it's called a dark boat ride. Okay. And that's not because it's dark and in a boat, actually. It has nothing to do with the ride being dark and in a boat.
Why is it a dark boat
ride? Because you're in a slow-moving vehicle in the dark.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, Wreck-It Ralph too.
Right.
That's when I was like, I didn't realize they're making another one, and this looks pretty good. I'm gonna go see it. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh, sorry. It's just called Dark Ride. It's called a Dark Ride.
Dark Ride.
And it's literally any or a ghost train ride. It's any indoor amusement ride where passengers are guided aboard a vehicle in the dark.
All right. That's fair.
Maybe not in the dark. This is weird. Fun facts. Dark Ride.
Fun facts. I don't go on it.
This is the bonus episode for this week.
Ben, you can pick from any of this and plug it in somewhere.
Welcome to Incredible Tech Weekly.
All right, so Jurassic World was good though. I'm gonna try to go see it.
Yeah, I dug it. I dug it. There was a way too young child in the audience that was screaming out of their mind, and I cannot understand what monsters were keeping them in the theater.
How old are you in like third? Actually, I can tell you exactly what it is. What year did the first Jurassic Park come out? So
was it 92? I thought it came out when.
Oh, it's not 92 because that's even bad. 93.
93.
So June 11th, 1993. So I was 87. So 3 years. So I was 6 years old. And I went to the theaters and saw it with my uncle.
Yeah.
And I remember I wasn't scared at all, but I remember going to the bathroom like 5 times because I think I was just I wanted to leave the theater.
Yeah, the kid a family sat next to me, basically right next to me in the whole theater. They sat right next to me with their like 9-year-old son.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't scared or anything. He was like real into the movie. He was a little too into the movie. He was cheering for dinosaurs and talking during the movie most of the time, going like, "Oh no, Blue, what are you gonna do?" And then like, "Yeah, good one, T-Rex.
You
really got him."
You really got him.
I was like, "Are you serious?"
Ben, plug that in right there.
And then he got up to go to the bathroom in the middle, and like walked in front of me and then turned around and walked back in front of me and went out the other way. I was like, his parents are like, "Stop, turn, go this way, go the other way. And I'm like, I'm watching a movie. Thank you.
I blame all the kid shows that encourage the kids to yell at the TV screen.
Dora,
do you see where it is?
Dora the Explorer.
Dora and Blue's Clues, man. But all right, well, I should stop this broadcast.